I will admit that I have literally just been sitting around all day. Don't know what my deal is, other than I just feel so disengaged, and I didn't even have any motive to do a video today. And I guess, you know, I need to follow my own advice that I gave someone else. Is like, you just trust the Lord in His seasons. Whenever you do something for the Lord, there will be some kind of refreshing. Even if you get attacked, there's a sense that keeps you moving forward. And when you're stepping out beyond Him, you'll feel this dryness. You're trying to make something happen. Anyway, last night I was lying thinking, and there's this nagging sense of just like, am I just fooling myself? This whole rapture thing, is it 5 years from now and not just right now? And I'm thinking things rationally, like, well, let's wait till June, and then I'll have to really kick it in gear. If we're still here in June, then I need to push some things forward and do some things. And I'm talking about my business and all that. So, uh, anyway, I start feeling like anytime I think that the Lord's going to delay, I feel sad. It doesn't motivate me, it doesn't motivate me to think that the Lord's going to delay. Um, anyway, I'm sitting here now and I'm just praying just a little. Lord, just give me wisdom, give me understanding. Speak to me. He doesn't give me dreams the way He gives some of you dreams. Speak to me, Lord. I want to know how imminent you are. And then I'm like, as I'm praying that, I'm just kind of realizing my own foolishness and how susceptible we are to different things, and our own motives aren't all that clear because of our flesh. And I was thinking about how, on the other side, there's going to be no impure motives. What I'm thinking, what percentage of what I do is tainted by impure motives? I'm going to be so different when I'm transfigured, because all that'll be gone. All the negative things of the flesh will be gone. I don't even know what that's like. And so I'm praying, Lord, just cleanse me with your blood. Oh Lord, purify me more, purify my heart, purify my intentions. And as I'm praying that, I'm just aware that in this moment, He is so real. And I almost felt like I could hear Him saying, look how I am the most real thing to you right now. And I even like was, sometimes I get the sense of the woman who reached out and touched His robe and virtue flowed out of Him. Sometimes that's how I feel. I'm like, let me lay my hands on you, Lord, and let your virtue flow out to me. And just, I got the sense of, do you sense how real and present He is? Do you sense how three-dimensional He's becoming? How He's right here? And maybe I should have started praying instead. Maybe I should have prayed more, but instead I, was like, I'm going to share that. That's just what I sense. It's like the Lord is more real to me. And yeah, I'm laid out here. I'm just lying here. I've got zero energy and zero motivation to do anything. The only thing I want is the Lord, really. And I'm not depressed. I'm not. I know that some people are sharing that they're really depressed. There's a wearing down going on. I'm not depressed. I'm in a good place in my life, so to speak. And I got plenty I could do if I wanted. And I just want the Lord. That's all I want. I want Him so bad that I literally feel like I'm just waiting around. Like you're waiting at the train station or you're waiting at the airport, and you just want to get on the plane and get out of there. You've tried all the different coffee and you've gone to the bathroom 6 or 7 times, and you've watched every video you downloaded on Netflix, and the plane is still not here. And you're like, well, what can I do to be productive? Should I check my email again? Or maybe I should do the budget again? And there's nothing you can do at the airport beyond just those little things because you're in such a limited, constrained situation. There's nothing long term that you can invest in while you're waiting at the airport. There's nothing you can move forward. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like there's nothing I can move forward because I'm just here for a second, you know? I'm just here for a few minutes. So, couple more hours or whatever. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's the reality. I'm saying that's how I feel. You see what I'm saying? It's like, so you just end up sitting around and you feel idle. And you're like, well, Lord, that can't be useful. We're supposed to be occupying until you come, you know? But there's literally nothing to set my hand to right now. I could go down and do another Ephesians, the next thing in the Ephesians study. But I don't want to just spin my wheels, you know? I mean, maybe I'll feel an impetus to do that later. But right now, I just want the Lord to come. And when I say that, there's something that rings, I feel like kind of a joy. I feel something sweet when I say, the Lord is so real to me right now. And everything in this life just feels like I'm waiting in the waiting room, you know? And the dream that lady shared again, she's in the doctor's waiting room. Waiting rooms are significant. You can't do anything in the waiting room except witness to other people who are in the waiting room. Well, that's what our YouTube thing is, I guess, you know. Uh Still though, right now it's just me sitting on the couch and I got nothing. You know, I've looked at all the magazines and I just need the Lord to come or give me the next thing to do, you know. But increasingly we are living day by day by his grace where it's just like, Lord, what do you want from me to do today? Because there's no other reason for me to be here unless you got something. Do you feel like that? I've said in another video, if you feel something like that, you're probably on the right team. You know, we love the Lord and He loves us. And this feeling of anticipation, I don't think is something we're just fabricating. You know, I don't think it's mass hysteria or mass hypnosis. And I was thinking about the people keep pointing me to that thing in Song of Solomon about the fig, the untimely fig, you know, the fig out of season. And you know, when you know it's fruit, it's the well, it's really from Matthew 24, but then it also correlates to something in Song of Solomon. And once again, I don't have my Bible in front of me, but you know, this idea of the bearing fruit out of season. We are in a season of darkness right now. Darkness, anger, hostility, rage, offense, division, strife, deception. That's what the world is under right now. The church, however, the believers, especially the grace believers, or only the grace believers who are waiting on the Lord, there's a sweetness and a light and a fruitfulness in terms of the fruit of the Spirit. And all of that seems out of season. It's winter out there. But for us, summer is nigh. We're in our spring. The world is going into winter, it seems like. We've been in a winter. It's been a dry couple decades. And now summer's coming. That is to me the biggest sign. It's even more than Israel and all that stuff. We're in the apostasy, the falling away. It's clearly evident in the institutional churches. It's accelerated. And yet at the same time, haven't we been getting such a sweet revelation of grace that's filling us with joy and peace? That is amazing. There's a revival going on, but it's a sweet, not a mighty rushing wind. It's the sweet breathing of his life in us, breathing on us, saying, you know, receive the Holy Spirit and renewing us from within, causing us to hope and behold only him and making us a meek, humble people. I got no energy to fight you. I got no energy to be offended. I got no energy to strive or be zealous about any ideology or anything. I just have Jesus Christ. He's what I want, desire. And even though my outer man feels all worn down inwardly, that is a revival going on in the church. So that's something comforting to think about. And that is a sign, I believe. Because darkness is on the face of the deep, and God is saying, let there be light. And gross darkness is upon the people, yet the light of the Lord is shining upon us. And that light is shining because the day is about to break for us. The sun is rising with healing in his wings. So be encouraged. The Lord loves you. And we will see him soon, one way or another. And just enjoy, if you're in a season of rest, like I'm on the couch here, just rest in the Lord. And while you're sitting there, turn your heart to him and let him minister to you because he's available. All right, talk to you later.